Hello badminton fans, and welcome to this racket number 678. Racket number 678, and it is a Victor Auraspeed 80x racket. Okay, so by now hopefully you know the format of this video. We're going to talk about the price and availability. We're going to talk about the racket specs, compare them to our own E-zone testing specs, and then we will talk about the design, and then we will conclude how this racket plays, and then we'll go on to the E-zone testing. The way we formatted the video this way so that you guys who do not want to watch the E-zone stuff can sign off. A couple of changes to talk to you about quickly. The E-zone is being updated. The racket, our actual website is being updated. The E-zone will now have a search function. It'll have a date function, so you can see the most latest reviews. And we've added 5 new areas of testing too, so that your understanding of each racket is even deeper than it was before. And there is a possibility that later on in the year the E-zone may become a free of charge platform to join. Now we will confirm that as time goes on. We have also taken off the control test where we used to do a drop shot and the shuttle landed into a basket and we scored accordingly. We now score these control tests from our court testing when we're dropping from the front at the net, cross courting, from the back, from the side. That's how we now score the control tests. They're the changes to talk to you about. Onto the racket, the Auraspeed 80x. Well, it is available in pretty much all over Europe without any problems, and in Asia as well without any difficulties. The price of the racket is roughly about 140 odd pounds. Just checking here. Yeah, it's about 140 pounds. So it's a racket that is quite towards the top end of Victor's range. If you want to buy this racket, there is a link below. You can go to a website called Badminton HQ. These guys are, we have partnered with them because Badminton HQ are actual badminton players. They are badminton specific, they understand the game, and we really respect what they're trying to do in terms of their retail outlet. So if you go to Badminton HQ, there's a link below. You can click the link and go directly to their website, and then choose from there. Or if you go to their website and go into the checkout and enter the code racket review, you will get a discount on whatever you purchase there. So definitely worth trying. And like I said, the guys are all super cool over there, and you will get great service. So Badminton HQ is definitely a thumbs up from us. Now, so availability, price you have an understanding of. Let's talk about specs. Got my E-zone page open here. Let's talk about the weight of the racket. So this is a 3U. It's a 3U weight racket, so 85 to 89 grams. The actual weight of the racket with the grip supplied by Victor and Yonex BG65 strings is 91 grams. The balance point of this racket, well, it doesn't say on here, but we do know that the balance point of Auraspeed is generally deemed as even. Yeah, I'll say even, but the E-zone testing shows this racket to have a balance point weighing just slightly towards the head, about 304 mil. Shaft stiffness, we do have it here. It says it is more towards stiff. The shaft is more towards stiff. The E-zone testing also has this as a stiff racket. Other important information for you: it is a G5 grip, supplied with a G5 grip. Maximum string tension is 30 pounds, and racket is made in China. Materials, graphite is the only thing I have written here. Does it say anything on here? High resilient modulus graphite. Yeah, there you go. And the balance point, it says here, is mid. Yep. Okay, so I have to say the shaft actually looks quite thin, but they haven't mentioned it as a feature, so perhaps it's not. Okay, so there you have the specs. Now in terms of the design, well, it's, I do like Victor's efforts in their design. This one not particularly inspiring. I think it looks good with the black string. What do you think? It's got a black frame, it's got the sort of yellow and green going on, very cleanly designed, very well executed, typically Victor, nicely done, but not particularly inspiring at the £140 mark. But take a look at the close-up, at these close-up shots, and see what you think for yourself. So how does this racket play? What do we think of it? It's a 91 gram racket, and I say to use, it feels okay in terms of its weight. It doesn't feel heavy, and it doesn't feel particularly light. It's kind of in the middle ground. In actual fact, in all areas it's about the mid ground. It doesn't feel overly stiff when you're using it. It feels sort of medium stiff, and it feels about medium fast, to be honest with you. Its key strengths would be, it does offer a very decent level of control. If you're at the net, you're trying to drop in, you're trying to do cross courts, you get a very decent understanding of where the racket head is. If you're trying to do drop shots from the side, backhand shots, it feels pretty crisp in that area. And it also is very nice to do, if you're defending and you drive back the shuttlecock and you end up in a drive rally, you're trying to change direction of the drive, you do get good pace off the drive, nice good pace off the drive. In all other areas it's not bad, it's okay. It's not I do still prefer the Auraspeed 70F. Yeah, the 70F, the 70K, I do prefer those to this. Again, if you go to Badminton HQ, you can find them on there. I do think they are better Victor rackets than this. They are friendlier to use, they are better in almost every way, to be honest with you. At £141, what do we have outside of that available? Well, obviously we do have the Mizunos. The Altius 01 field is £209, so it's quite expensive. But we do have the Leaning Caliber 900 Instinct. We have the Nanoflares 700-800. They're sort of, I think you can get them sort of in that price range. The Vogt P8. I think the Nanoflare 700-800 is a better racket than this. Overall, I'd say it's slightly easier to access the performance with that racket. But then moving down the price brackets slightly, we come back to what we always talk about, the JPX 8.1 limited edition. I'd probably say they're better than this. The J-Nice Black Panther leagues apart from this. The Kawasaki King K9, easier to use, not quite as stable as this. Probably control levels on this are slightly better, but in all of the areas, I say the King K9 is better. The Honor S6, I probably prefer that to this. So there's a lot out there to consider, not just this racket. If you are a Victor fan, my personal opinion would be look at the 70F or the 70K instead. If you can get hold of them, you will enjoy them more than you will enjoy this. It's a little bit more of a hardcore version of the Auraspeeds, and it doesn't really have the kind of speed that one may expect in the air. The kind of speed that the 70F and 70K had, it doesn't feel like it has that capability. So I suppose my ultimate answer is there are other options out there. If you are a Astrox 99 88 user, then this racket has, I feel, more in that direction than it does. It's not quite as harsh as them, but it's more in that direction, I would say, than the 70F is. The 70F are softer, easier to get on with, nice rackets, amazing, look amazing, play, and they play very, very well. I hope you found that helpful. Now, for those of you who do not want to see the smash test shot of the Auraspeed 80x or the maneuver shot, then you can move on at this point in the video. Before you go, I want to thank you all for the liking, the sharing. We want to thank all of those of you who made an effort to leave reviews on the YouTube channel. You know, as we've said before, we're very open to any kind of comments, whether they're in agreement with us or in disagreement with us, provided they are said in a helpful way to the people who are coming onto the channel. E-Zone users, please leave reviews. Let other people know what you think of the rackets that you have used. Over 680 rackets, nearly 700 rackets now tested on the E-Zone. It's very likely you've tried at least one of the rackets on there, so do start leaving reviews. Be helpful to the badminton community. Keep sharing, keep liking. We're going to move on to the E-Zone. If you don't want to stay tuned, we'll see you on the next video. Now, for those of you who don't know what the E-Zone is, the E-Zone is a platform created by Badminton Racket Review. You can find out more if you go to www.badmintonracketreview.co.uk. The E-Zone is a platform where you can compare up to 19 world-class manufacturers side by side, all tested in the same way, which is unprecedented in the sport. When you decipher down the rackets you like, you can drill down into each and every racket, and you get more information than you've ever had. And as I said at the start of this video, in 2020 that information is going to go even deeper, so your understanding of the racket will go even further than it currently does. The basic parameters of the E-Zone: we restring all of our rackets using Auraspeed 80x string at 25 pounds tension. We use the same shuttles, Yonex AS30s, and the same player does all of our testing. Now, the two shots you're about to see, the smash and the maneuver shots, the basic parameters of those are: we take 6 shots, we compare, we take the top two performance shots, and we average those out to give us a smash score and a smash speed in kilometers per hour. And for the maneuver shot, we do the same thing. We take the 2 fastest times and fastest speeds, should I say, and we average those out to give us a maneuver score and maneuver speed in kilometers per hour. We're going to sign out now. Straight after the maneuver shot, this video will end. Thanks for tuning in today. Here's the smash shot.